I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do if you have any tears, rips, punctures in your mermaid silicone top. Now, I will say that this method that I am going to use, I have also applied towards my silicone tail that I have ripped, but I'm going to be using my top that I have for Mermaid Carryall. I got this top a couple months ago, but I did go swimming in it, and if you can see right here, this is the part that I'm going to be fixing today. This little part ripped all by itself. Not quite sure how, you know, kind of a mystery. But I'm going to be using this as my platform to be fixing and showing you guys throughout the video. But like I said earlier, if you have a silicone tail, top, accessory that has a rip, this is the same method that you can apply to any of those products that have been used or are made out of silicone. Now to start off, I'm going to show you guys exactly the materials that you guys will need before you start fixing your top. So the first thing that you guys will need to get, it is called Sil-Poxy. Now I have the smaller tube. It does come in a larger, I think 3-ounce tube. I think this one's like the 0.5 ounce, but either one would work. I just personally like to get the little one because over time, if the Sil-Poxy is left in this container, or if there's any punctures, or over time, if any air gets in there, it can actually dry up your whole entire tube. So I personally like to get the little ones so that if I happen to have a rip, it's only a little amount versus if I have a large 3-ounce tube and for some magical reason there gets a hole in the bottom or I don't screw the cap on tight enough, there is potential for the whole tube to be unusable. So this is the Sil-Poxy container that you should be looking for. It is made by Smooth On. It is probably the only one that I would recommend that you use to repair any silicone tops or tails or anything like that, because a lot of mermaid companies that make tails, they will actually use what's called dragon skin silicone. This is part of my dragon skin silicone that I use to make my dive toys. It's kid safe and I would rather use a product that's the same. So you will need to get this. I find it easy to go on Amazon, or there are local distributors around different locations. You can visit Smooth On's website and kind of pick like your state, your location. It'll show you stores that are close by that may have this product. You can also call ahead to double check to make sure that they have that. The next thing that you will need is an applicator. Now you don't technically need this, but I personally like to use a paintbrush, especially going into smaller corners and crevices. So any paintbrush would do. I have this cheap one that I use that I got off of Amazon. I got like a pack of like 100 of them. Very useful. And then of course you will need gloves when you're working with Sil-Poxy. It will be, once it's cured, safe to touch, but just wear gloves before you start working with it. For any silicone product or any like chemical or thing, it's better to be safe. And then the other thing that you guys will need, especially if you are fixing a tail, are safety pins. This is very helpful because this helps keep the little area in place, because Sil-Poxy, if I look on here, you have a total working time of 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to work with this once you get it out of the container. And then its cure time is 12 minutes. So within 12 minutes, the silicone will be cured and you'll be able to use the top. I personally would wait a couple more minutes. I personally usually wait an hour before I use any top if I've actually fixed it with Sil-Poxy, just to make sure it's fully cured. But you will need the safety pins too. So, in a matter of fact, let us get started. So one thing I also did was I sterilized the area where the rip had occurred with isopropyl alcohol before working on this. So that little piece of wax paper that I have, it's just to put the silicone on so that I'd be able to paint it on the area that I want to readhere back to itself. So for this next step, you're actually going to take those safety pins and you're going to insert them into the silicone in a way where those two pieces are going to connect equally and evenly together. What I like to do is I like to push the pin all the way down to where that ball point is, That way that the pin is going to make sure that those two pieces don't move together. Plus, I like to paint just a little more silicone on the edges and the sides before I leave this for 12 minutes. Now after 12 minutes, this is the time where you can take out those two pins and check out your work, and if needed, you can paint another layer of silicone on, but this looks pretty good to me, and I'm gonna call this all good. So now that the silicone top is back in one piece, because I have waited the 12 plus minutes for it to cure, you cannot even see that it ever actually ripped. And this method actually really is great for any small projects like tops, but like I said in the beginning, it also applies towards any tails. Now I do want to say something about Sil-Poxy, is that Sil-Poxy is used to stick things to silicone. So if you're ever trying to stick anything to a mermaid top or anything like that, you're going to need to use Sil-Poxy. Any other type of adhesive is not going to work if you're trying to stick anything to silicone. So this can also be used to stick such as this material or any like additives that you want to add or anything like that. This is your go-to. And I do have a couple updates because I've had a lot of people ask me questions on what type of materials do I use, what kind of like pigments do I use, and all those different things about how I'm able to cast specific things. Currently I do cast these. These are my dive toys. They are made out of dragon skin silicone, which makes them very flexible and very nice in the water. I also use different pigments to kind of give them a mermaid glow. So I will be creating another little series on how I make like different shapes and sculpt different things and the method that you need to do to be able to make these. I've also just recently casted a top. I have not painted it nor added all the additions to it, but I've also created this top right here that I will be putting together and will also be in my little series of how to make different like things out of silicone and how to cast them and what is the best casting material to use to be able to make a mold and have it come out like this, made out of dragon skin silicone, which is very flexible and durable. To end that note, I hope this video was very fun and educational for you guys and taught you a lot about how to re-glue different things back, and I hope that if you have any tears or rips in any of your tails or tops, that this actually helps you guys put that item right back together. In the meantime, if you like this video, you can subscribe for other videos such as the ones I did mention. I will be making that series and other mermazing fun stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.